Okay, this video is basically to show something that's annoying the hell out of me. Alright, so right now, focus, there we go, we are running Qt Creator, QOrbiter basically on the RPi. As you can see, I have a few builds set up here, Qt4, QtMD, and RPi is the target that I'm on right now. So whatever, QRC is in order, fine, press the magic button. I've actually already pressed the magic button in advance of this, so I can just press replay. It begins loading. Hello. Oh, right, I need the mouse. Where's the mouse? Stand by. Boom. Alright. So this is the annoying thing. For some reason, it is taking 3 years for it to switch menus. I do not understand this. This is like a really simple thing, but it's taking forever to go between the menus. And it's like driving me insane. The code is essentially the same, well not essentially, it is the same that we're using on Android and iOS and like everything else. Yet for some reason in this case it has problems. I don't understand. Yeah, and then we're going to need some optimization on when calls are made on the media grid. As you can see, actually, where's the mouse? I can make this easy on myself. So I just clicked the button for the media, and as you can see, it's taking forever to come up. That's because when it initially goes to the media grid screen, Linux MCE is hard-coded to start pulling stuff, and since we don't filter or throttle the media grid anymore, it creates this ugly condition where it starts pulling, has to clear the model, all this other stuff. So that's something we got to figure out, because it's really noticeable on the Raspberry Pi, whereas everybody else handles it like a champ and you can't even notice. Anyway, so right now, as you can see, I'm actually using a wireless keyboard to control this stuff because I've been working on making sure everything is keyboard controllable as well. So anyways, bring up the movies. Also taking a ridiculously long amount of time, something I'm not a fan of. So I've got to figure out why it seems like it's going slower than before. I'm guessing it's back to the fact that there's no throttling, because the last time we did this we were pulling it in chunks, and now we're just pulling the whole damn thing, and it makes a difference. Anyways, so yeah, as you can see, scrolling through the list, it's quite chunky. I'm hoping there's just something wrong with my Qt for Raspberry Pi build, but anyways. Then if I go over to Wake Up, this guy is keeping track of everything, and as you can see there's some definite spikes there where it's getting really, really high, but then at other times it just goes quiet. So there's way too much happening on the CPU from my perspective. And I prefer not to just get out of the problem by throwing more hardware at it with a Raspberry Pi 2, but actually figuring out what the hell is going on, especially since other embedded devices don't really exhibit these problems. That's the thing that's really sort of throwing me. Anyways, I'm on something here. Oh, alright. Well, I'd love to show Iron Eagle. I need something. I think one of these has, yeah, this one should have. So anyways, this is a file detail screen. As you can see, it takes a second to bring up the background art and the foreground art. So if you're thinking about this in the context of a list view, or excuse me, like some kind of path view, clearly it takes a little bit of time. And so that's, I don't know, that's another thing I'm basically looking at. Like, do I want, here we go, as you can see, it takes a second to come up. So, oops. Anyways, so these are all things that, I don't know, I'm basically taking under consideration at the moment and trying to figure out what's going on. Alright. I think we can go back to home screen. Oops. Really? This wireless mouse is not my friend. Anyways, that's another thing. When you're exiting, it takes forever to actually dump whatever was there, because right now it should be looking at the logo. And see, it's weird because the other animations and things seem to go pretty fast. You know, throwing that list model on the screen. Where's the scroll? Is there a scroll? Oh, right. I have keyboard control. Doesn't matter. Go in here. You can see for the embedded. So, I don't know. It's somewhat annoying, but we're going to figure this thing out. What device is this? You can actually move between the menus with just the keyboard, so that's the other nice thing. And I should not do that because there's actually no screen to stop it. Anyways, so that's just the progress so far. Some interesting problems with the media grid, but you know, I think every media center I've played with has some slowness to the grid just because the Raspberry Pi processor is slow maybe. Who knows? Anyways, das ist alles for now.